Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. On the return, here's a dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back near the 34-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention. One tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 62 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Back to throw here. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll set up to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And it's a fumble. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And now here comes Kansas City. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Wide open receiver, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Let's go. Now, check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up. Ah, yes, that's today's NFL defensive tackle. Not just a space eater anymore. A guy with agility, movement skills, who can rush the passer and make plays in the offensive backfield.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. And our statistician, Ben Ramsauer, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
All right, here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Marquette King now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And it's fielded at the 34. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw incomplete. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And take it right on the 30. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
And as the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Ten yards still left on second down. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Newton. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And to give this time to the tailback. Gets through, and now an opening. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Five plays there on that drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
They'll look to throw now on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
They'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Marquell Lee in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Green 39.
Looking to throw. And some room to maneuver. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be fourth down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Raiders will take over now first and 10. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Newton. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Now, you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there they want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Let's go. 3-19.
They run the counter now on first down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker. And on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, then he made a nice tackle.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get 3 up to midfield. The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go. Blue landed.
He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that past the sticks, first down. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
All right, here we go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. So 1 quarter in the books here on a Thanksgiving night. 7-0 is our score, and we're back to Arrowhead after this. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. As the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. A quick hitter to Sherman, the fullback. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Taken right around the 44. Spinning again. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
Whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his 2nd touchdown there. And up past the 35, a very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work.
Return team.
So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. To throw now on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. As they run the counter play. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Here we go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's Marquette King now, as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a play fake here on first down. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
To throw now on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Let's go. Green 39.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here's Marquette King now, as he's on to punt for Oakland. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. We're just 2 minutes away from sending you to Orlando for Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report, so don't forget about that coming up shortly.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a halftime without him, and we thank him for doing the highlights. Let's go get a snack.
Here we go now. Blue Raiders.
They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Oh, able to avoid him. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On is the punter King to send it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. This time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Chiefs on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
He is going to find Hill here. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue, line it.
Back to throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength. He showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Butker on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Over the middle, complete. It's Newton. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Raiders on third down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now.
They'll set up to throw. He finds Roberts, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Seth Roberts, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Janikowski on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now here comes Kansas City. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Chiefs' struggles from a week ago have carried over to today's game. The Raiders are keeping them off balance, and that's pushed them in front. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Raiders open up on offense. Pass will be completed over the middle, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 38-yard line. The defense would later recover a fumble and get off the field. Raiders with the ball midway through one. Ballard's going to use solid blocking to break free, and he'll run it in from 43 yards out as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Raiders with the ball early in the second. Ballard's going to stay up the middle, and he'll take it in for a touchdown as they move out in front, 14-0. Now 1st and 10. Carter's got the catch here on the quick pass, and it ends up working for a touchdown. Trailing now by just a touchdown. Raiders come out on 3rd and 4. Roberts wide open here on the catch, and 62 yards later, he's going in for the score. Raiders up now by 7. So that'll do it from Orlando. Let's get back out to Arrowhead as we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And some room to roam now. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. He got 29 yards that time. On play action, they'll throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Butker now to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, spinning away. And he's got some space here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings. And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side. But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive? Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
Let's go, Leopard! Leopard!
Throw left side complete. It's Campbell. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Such an art to dot the I, just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet to get down in bounds.
And his kick is right through. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. Four yards remaining now on second down. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go!
They run the counter now on first down. Oh, now he bowls him over. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Chiefs on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Justin Ellis able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Butker able to put this one through. And that'll bring them back within 4. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a great return up past the 40, but this one may not stand.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Campbell. He's at the 30, 10, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Janikowski now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down right near the 39. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll look to throw here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Let's go. B-19.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 2nd down now after the incompletion. Now back to throw. And some space here. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 6 yards on the pickup. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They're going to look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They'll set up a throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Newton. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Let's go. Blue Raiders.
Over the middle, complete. It's Newton. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country
I
roads.
certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Offense.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Back to throw now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Hurry up, here we go. Boom, landed.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So we've got a 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Carter. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So this brings up a 2nd and 2.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Here we go. 3-19.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved.
Offense.
So now what do you do as it comes back to the 7?
I think you stick with your strategy. You've already told your team you're going for 2. You dial up a different play. The only saving grace, a bit more room to operate if you decide to throw the ball especially.
And they'll still try and run for it. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
.90 ticks to go. Still time, but they need this onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. The Raiders on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Raiders, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.